Well, the city of Myrtle Beach voted to increase taxes in the 2015 budget year to raise money for the police force. Drivers owe more than $100,000 in unpaid parking tickets. News 13's AJ Janavel spent months investigating the numbers and joins us tonight to tell us why the money has gone uncollected. AJ.
Erica, it was a nice night here in Myrtle Beach, but a lot of people are racing to their cars. One person who might go a little bit faster is this car right behind me. Their meter is expired. Now, the numbers that we're talking about are only over the time period of 1 year, 2013. And in that time period, the city of Myrtle Beach collected over $1 million in parking. Now, $130,000 of that $1 million comes from delinquent violations. Now, those $130,000 is what can go back into the city's general fund. Now, out of that $1 million, there's $115,000 that hasn't been collected. Again, money that could go back into the city. So I asked city officials exactly why they're not collecting this money. What do you think about that, Mike?
It sucks.
Mike Taylor and his family were visiting Myrtle Beach from Charlotte for a couple of days. Taylor says he paid with his credit card and expected the meter to continue to bill him. He says this parking ticket is just one more cost on an already expensive vacation.
Made me think twice about coming down here.
And if you're not coming back, then what's the point of paying?
I don't know. Ain't nothing gonna make me pay it.
The Taylors may be kidding, but according to city documents I was able to obtain, there are thousands of people who aren't. A parking ticket in the city of Myrtle Beach will cost you $20. If you don't pay it, it can go as high as $45. From there, the penalties can get a lot steeper.
You can convert it to an arrest warrant.
Not paying your parking ticket in Myrtle Beach could mean a misdemeanor, which would cost you $500 or up to 30 days in jail. Here are some of the names of people I was able to find in just a few hours of searching who owe the city of Myrtle Beach hundreds of dollars in unpaid fines. And it's not just visitors who aren't paying. In fact, some delinquent violators live as close as Loris, Pawleys Island, and even right in Myrtle Beach. If you don't pay your fine, the city will send you a notification in the mail. If you don't respond, they will follow that up with another notification. However, in some cases, the address linked to the license plate doesn't make it to the right person.
If the address is bad, if the person has moved in the time period between they incurred the fine and the time we're trying to contact them, we can still track down the license plate number and use the license plate number, whether it's in this state or another state, to track down a valid address.
According to city documents, in some cases, violators have received bad address notifications 4 or 5 times for the same citation, and records show it still hasn't been resolved. Lanier Parking Solutions is responsible for handling parking violations in the city. I wanted to know if they think the collection process is working, and if so, why bad addresses are still left unresolved according to city documents. Their local offices directed me to their corporate headquarters based out of Georgia. I sent an email request 1 week ago, as well as called several times this week. And on Thursday, after the story was already completed, I heard from City of Myrtle Beach officials telling me that Lanier Parking Solutions was working on the bad address issue and would have a response to me soon. I asked city spokesperson Mark Crua if they feel anything needs to be changed in the system of collecting fines to help expedite the process.
It may take more than a year for those folks who are not inclined to pay that parking ticket in a timely manner, but we will continue to make the effort.
Crua says the city used to hand overdue fines to collection agencies. However, that is no longer the case. He says Lanier is in charge of collecting fines, and the city will only get involved if an arrest warrant needs to be written, which he says at this time has never been done. Now, absolutely no one is down here in Myrtle Beach except for our friends, so here's another $20 for the city of Myrtle Beach. Now, in my months of research, I went through thousands of names, and the 2 names that I reached out to, this is what I found out. Number 1, the violations weren't even valid. And number 2, both of them said they never received a single notification from the city that they had past due fines. So this is something that we plan to continue to investigate, and you can count on News 13 as more comes from this story. Live here in Myrtle Beach, I'm AJ Janavel for News 13.
All right, AJ, thank you. Time to get out of the rain. Well, North Myrtle Beach, meanwhile,